Wow, these new details surrounding the case of Rachel Morin are wild, y'all. Is this a crime of passion or no? What's up, y'all? It's your boy Pascal back at it again with another pop-up video. Be sure to follow me on all my social medias, The Pascal Show. One word, hit that like button down below. And let's not forget to crush that subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube. And of course, hit that like and follow button on my Facebook page if you're watching over there, if this is your first time checking out this channel right here. Anyway, we got to jump into the story. We have been covering the case of Rachel Morin. She is 37 years old. She is a mother of 5. She was last seen on August 5th. This is the time that she went missing. And now there are new details surrounding not only just her disappearance, but her demise as well. Obviously, there's been more information out there about people finding her on a trail. She was on a hike on the Ma and Pa Trail in Bel Air, Maryland. Around 24 hours later, her body was found near the trail. Now, there are new pieces of information. It's very, very shocking. You see this title here. This is pretty crazy, guys. So the mother of 5 who lost her life, on this Maryland hiking trail, apparently, allegedly, was using multiple dating sites before she vanished. And of course, the cops are saying and warning locals that this monster, this attacker, could be anywhere. Because that person is still out here, y'all. They still don't have any person of interest. They don't have any suspects. They got zero, guys. It's pretty crazy. This is the reason why I wanted to bring it up as well. But I got a lot of questions. Let's take a look at this article, though. Mother of 5, Rachel Morin, who was found unalive on a hiking trail in Maryland last weekend, was using multiple dating apps before she vanished, which is, I find, very interesting. You'll hear in just a second. Now, Morin, 37, we just talked about, she disappeared on Saturday around 6 p.m. after leaving her house to take a hike on the Montauk Trail in Bel Air, Maryland. On the afternoon of her demise, Morin had stopped at a bronzing studio for her daily spray tan. A source close to the salon told the New York Post that all employees there knew her, and she had told the staff that she was on multiple dating sites before her demise. Despite allegedly telling the staff she was on these dating sites, Morin had gone official on social media with her boyfriend, her now new boyfriend, Richard Tobin, just days before. And literally, they did a post about 5 days before, 4 days before. I mean, it's pretty crazy. Here it is right here. Even Richard Tobin himself posted it on his Facebook page. Now, of course, there has been a lot of speculation surrounding Richard Tobin, but he has spoken out. He has said that he had nothing to do with this. He needs time to grieve. Yes, he has a tarnished past, but that shouldn't automatically mean that he's the bad guy. And I feel like we got to take that with a grain of salt because it's still an ongoing investigation. We still don't know if who's connected, who did this. And now when we're hearing about these multiple dating sites, there could be a disgruntled lover out here that did this as a crime of passion. And we're going to talk about that here very, very briefly, but let's continue. All right. So she was on many, many dating sites, y'all, many, and she talked about it. But here's the photo of her and Richard. The Post reported that following her trip to the salon, she went to her local Planet Fitness gym before Tobin, Richard, her boyfriend, dropped her home around 5 p.m. Morin then went on a hiking trail, the Ma and Pa hiking trail, and was last seen between the hours of 6 and 7:30 p.m. After being reported missing, her body was discovered in a drain inside a tunnel on that scenic trail. So the thing is, we see all this information still, no matter what. This is absolutely devastating. This is absolutely terrible news. But obviously, the main question that keeps running through my mind is this a crime of passion? The reason why I asked that, now that we hear that she was on multiple dating sites, we also hear that a few days before, there were some new details about how she was found. One, she was found without any clothes. And for lack of a better term, you can see that her face was, let's just say that. And so police investigation is now looking at it and saying maybe this is a possible crime of passion. So a person found her body, and this particular individual states what he saw when he found her in that tunnel in the drain. And he says this. So Morin was lying on her back. She was fully without any clothes on. We got to use these code words. And she had brutal trauma to the head. It looked like her head had been hit with a rock. I'll just say that. We got to use these code words. We got to tiptoe through this thing. So there was a 15 to 20 foot blood trail. So it looked like she had been hit and dragged into that position. Now, he says it looked like the monster was trying to erase her identity. The right side of her face was gone. He continues on in saying the injuries were so horrific that there won't be an open casket at her funeral. I mean, that's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. A lot of questions are starting to brew about this particular case. And this story obviously is becoming more of a national story now, which it should be, because the monster's still out here and no one knows where or who this monster is. Where you live, if you live in the Bel Air, Maryland area, that monster could just be lurking in plain sight without you guys even knowing. And that's a crazy thing and scary thing to think about. But one of the other things that I feel a lot of people that are following this case are questioning, especially now hearing about the dating sites and whatnot, one of the main questions I think they're asking is this a crime of passion? Could this be a very mad ex-lover or someone that was maybe looking at her as a possible prospect to pursue a romantic relationship with? But as soon as she posted this whole thing about her being in a relationship with Richard, maybe this grinds somebody's gears that badly for them to attack and hurt her in this way. Now, one thing I will say is that, because I know a lot of people are going to be like, it's the boyfriend. Well, apparently the boyfriend is going to give his DNA as well. Now, I know that doesn't automatically mean that he's exonerated, that he's free from this particular crime, but that is a big gesture if he is really willingly surrendering or willingly giving his DNA over. It does make you wonder one thing, that maybe he isn't the one that did this. I feel like they need to be looking into those dating sites, who she was DMing, and start deep diving into each profile that was talking to this young woman. I don't know what kind of stuff they can do, whatever technological witchcraft that they can do, but maybe they can track those people down, bring them in for questioning, etc., so that maybe we can get closer to finding out what actually happened to Rachel in this particular situation. Because to me, this seems or sounds like a crime of passion. The other piece I want to know is if there was any DNA left on her as well. Was there any S crime that was committed on her before she passed or after she passed? I know that's a terrible thing to think about, but those are other questions to have, because there might be DNA left on her body. Again, the autopsy will tell us a completely the same story that we all think happened, or a completely different story. Nonetheless, the autopsy is going to give us a story and maybe give us some clues as to who did this to this mother of 5. So comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are. I know the dating scene is tough out here, y'all, and it can be really, really crazy. You don't know who you're talking to and all that. There's a possibility that there is some sort of connection to her on these multiple dating sites and what caused the passing of Rachel. So hopefully they connect the dots and we can bring this monster to custody and get her some swift justice. So comment down below. Let me know what you think. Do not forget to hit that like button down below, and most definitely crush that subscribe button. It'd be great to have you a part of the Pascal Show family. Anyways, time to get going. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. And I'll see you guys in the next video. This is the Pascal Show. Bye.
PASCAL. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild.